If you tell yourself, you know what, this is not all right. I don't like this. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to do this. And then in the back of your mind, you're going, I really need to try. Then you need to try. And we can't make you do anything. The same way your spouse can't make you do anything. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. In this video, I want to talk about another pressing issue, and that is polygyny, his second chance at marriage. I've had this question posed to me, as I've had many questions posed to me. Do I feel as though this was, my husband's second chance to be married, as far as correcting the first? Polygyny is not an institution of marriage. I want to put emphasis on that, of marriage where you use one marriage to correct the first or the second or the third. It's not that. It's not built for that. People kind of get that mixed up. They figure out with the old, in with the new. There's no out with the old, in with the new. Your marriage can only be fixed by you and the one that's in it with you, your husband. It can't be destroyed by anyone else. It can't be shaken by anyone else. Only you and him. And only you and him can fix it as a team together. That means you have to do your own individual work to fix it. We can't rely on our husbands and go, well, you know what? I need you to hurry up and fix me. I need you to hurry up and fix this. He can do his part on his end. And so can you, if you all decide that's what you're going to do. If that's the mission in your marriage, after polygyny, after all the pain, after the dust has settled, and sometimes it takes dust a little while to get out of your way. But we don't kick up more dust in the meantime, in between time, as they say. But I learned through my own personal journey and my clients that I coach that you have the power within, to rebuild and reshape and reframe your marriage from what it was before. Because remember, it's not going to be exactly like it was before, because you're splitting time, you're splitting days, you're splitting different moments, and that's okay. If you tell yourself, you know what, this is not all right. I don't like this. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to do this. And then in the back of your mind, you're going, I really need to try. Then you need to try. And we can't make you do anything. The same way your spouse can't make you do anything. But one thing that I know, one thing was for sure and two things were for certain. I was going to learn from the experience, and I was either going to get better or I was going to get worse. And my goal was to become better than I was before. Because see, now I'm built different, Coach Nazir is built different. We're stronger. That's why. Because the work was done with such fury and such intensity and such care and such love and togetherness and the willingness to want change in a positive way, that now it's solid. And if there's a conversation that needs to be had, there's a conversation that needs to be had. And then we decide when we're going to facilitate the conversation for the greater good. So you can have a conversation all day. You can block out time all day to have a conversation. But what are your intentions on the person that you're speaking with? What are your intentions on your spouse? What are they? You got to ask yourself several hard questions and give yourself several opportunities to answer those questions with honesty and truth. Because when you delay conflict, you multiply it. That's it. Because you'll just sit there and you'll fester and ruminate and obsess over something that can be handled rather now versus later, but you're going to handle it. And that's something that we have to understand when we're married to people, period. If you delay the conflict, you're going to multiply it. You know, if you want peace moving forward, you got to be peaceful moving forward. You know, create that peace in your life. Somebody could be negative. Have you ever been, for example, have you guys ever been to a store and somebody come in there, as my grandma would say, with hell in them? With hell in them. Mad at the world. Have you ever been to a party? Have you ever been to a gathering? Have you ever been to anything with people, a restaurant, and somebody just comes in and they're just so upset? And you go, you know what? That's messed up. Can you fix it and can you make them not be angry? No, because if you could, you would have stopped them as soon as they hit the door with that energy. So why do we think that someone else can sit up there and fix us? They don't have that power. Can they have a conversation with us? Yes. Can they give us some understanding? Yes. Can they give us some clarity on how they feel or their experience? Yes. My experience of polygyny is my experience of polygyny. Coach Nazir's experience is his experience of polygyny. And I don't diminish, distort, or delete either one of them. Okay, so a lot of a redo marriage or a new marriage, that marriage is not a correction for the first, the second, the third. It is what it is. It's its own institution. It has its own power and its own strength to be great. The same way mine did, the same way any other woman's or man's has the ability to do. But you got to make a decision. You got to decide if you're going to get in the game or you're going to stand on the sidelines and watch someone else just take the ball, shoot it, and score. I want to be on the winning team. You know, most people want to be on the winning team, but a winning team going to do their work. A winning team going to have an exercise. A winning team is going to have a regimen. A winning team is going to do everything that is healthy for the team to win, right? So our marriages aren't any different than that. So no. There's no redo marriage. There's no correction marriage. There's no getting rid of the first wife and bringing the second one in to correct what happened and what went wrong in the first marriage. That's not how this works. So, you know, we got to not let, you know, those negative limiting beliefs limit us. You know, we got to believe more in our ability to figure things out. And that what we don't know, we go and find, you know, we go figure it out. But for those of you that are struggling like I did, we do offer coaching. All three of us do. So please visit Outstanding Personal relationships.com/store for more. And if you guys have not subscribed to our channel, please do so and click the notification bell so that you're notified every time we create new content here on YouTube and also over at Facebook. Make sure you're following us at Outstanding Personal Relationships there too, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships. Now, for clarity, I'm the initial wife of Coach Nazir. For those of you, again, that are new, I like to say that because some people don't know. They don't know what they don't know, and that's okay, right? I don't say it for a flex, I say it for clarity. Now, with that, I'm going to leave you guys off with a little GLC. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Isn't it frustrating when you think about your husband that you've had for a long time, or maybe even a short time, and then they finally decide that they want to practice polygyny? Then you go, what am I supposed to do with that once you decide you want to practice polygyny? Am I going to be thrown outside? Are you going to divorce me? What's going to happen to me? You go through all these emotions and all this frustration and trying to figure it out. And then you're on the emotional roller coaster going round and round and round with your own ruminating thoughts. You feel defeated. You feel jealous. You go, what if she's younger? What if she's smarter? What if she's taller? What if she's smaller? What if he likes her more? Those are some of the things that I found extremely frustrating, and I did not know what to do as a wife for so long and a mother. And then I said, well, we can kind of have some fun together alone and all these things like that. But then no, he had this idea of polygyny. So I said, well, where do I fit in?
And then I discovered that I had to make a choice. I said, I can either stay in a place of hurt and feeling betrayed and confused and dealing with my own emotions in this new normal that he decided to sign up for. So with that, I said, that's enough. I don't want that anymore for me. So I made a big decision, and that was to make sure that I read the books, healed myself, travel, and uplift my own self-esteem. Because I did that, I also decided to create the Nourishing Fulfillment Counseling Program. I wanted to be a solution, and I wanted to be part of my own solution and help others in the process. I know what it's like, going on that emotional roller coaster and not knowing that, okay, this is something that my husband wants to do. He wants to practice polygyny. What can you do? You can only control yourself, because again, you can't control anybody else. So with that, I want to make sure that I offer it to you as well. It's so important to understand that growth has to happen, and growth can't happen if we're stuck in our own comfort zone. So with the Nourishing Fulfillment Counseling Program, I make sure that I equipped others with the same things that I had in those same practices for best results with less legwork. So to learn more about my Nourishing Fulfillment Coaching and Counseling Program, visit me at CoachFatimah.com for details, or hit that button below in order to apply. I will see you inside. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.